Hey folks, welcome back. Today I want to do a real quick video. Well, I say a quick video, I'm trying to make it quick. A quick video on changing your spark plugs on your outboard motor. I got an Evinrude Intruder 150. This thing was produced back in 1994, and it's got 6 different set of plugs on it. And the idea of changing the plugs on an outboard motor or a motor is the same as changing them in your car. So if you folks are wondering how to change the plugs on your car or your lawnmower or your tractor or whatever, follow along here and I'll just give you a quick rundown here of what you got to do or what you're supposed to do. And for anybody that might be a mechanic out here, this is just my way of doing it. I'm not gonna say it's the right way, but it's my way, and I think it's the right way at least. And so let's get started here, folks. So first off, you need you a socket that's gonna fit your spark plug. And what I do is I only take out one plug at a time, and that way you don't get any of these things mixed up. Now here on your outboard motors, most of them, you know, if you have to stretch the thing way down here, you know it's not the right plug. But still, best thing to do is just take them out one at a time and change them out. All right, let's go here to the plugs here, folks. I highly recommend you use whatever plugs came with your engine. This here, they make a marine plug specifically, or designed to go in a outboard motor. Some people argue that, you know, one plug is just as good as another, and I'm okay with that. I agree with that to a big extent, guys. But you know, you're talking about these motors cost about $10,000. So you're talking about a $10,000 piece of equipment or investment. You know, best thing to do is spend the extra $1 or 50 cents to get the type of plug that's designed to go in here. Of course, you want to match this number up. Get the number on the side of the plug here. You take that number and you take it down to your local marine outlet or AutoZone, and make sure you match that number up. Then you go online, or you ask the person behind the counter if they could tell you the gap, what the gap's supposed to be on the plug. And this is the gap, folks. And most of the time the gap's going to be set from the factory, and it's going to be accurate, it's going to be right. But I wouldn't depend on that. Now the gap on this is supposed to be 0.03 on these, and they are, of course I'm videoing this, guys, with one hand, so I'm doing this with one hand, so I'm videoing. But this is a tool that you can buy, and there's other types of tools out there you can buy. You use this to make sure that the gap, like I said, if you look at the side of this thing here, it's thin, and it gets thicker as you go around. And if you go to, and I've already checked the gap on this plug, but it's 0.03 right there. So you put the, you put the plug in, here, and you at the very thinnest portion, and then you slide it around until you get to 0.03. And if it doesn't get there very easy, you gotta force it, and it opens this gap up, folks. I know I'm taking a lot of time to explain this gap, but it's important to know. And it could be totally out of whack. I mean, someone could have dropped it, or you could have dropped it and not known it, and cause that gap to be in that tip there. So you always want to check your gaps. You always want to just change one plug at a time. And this morning I took and I'm not saying you should change these things every season. I would recommend it. And of course, this is the beginning of the season for me with this COVID stuff going on. But there's other things that I'm about to do. Matter of fact, I gotta replace this ball here. I might bring you folks along with that. Every season you should change your gear oil in the foot here, and you should just obviously just go around and check everything, make sure everything's okay. And but I wanted to give you folks a quick rundown on changing these plugs out. Of course, when you change them out, you change all 6 of them. And some people may agree or disagree with changing them every season. Some people may say, hey, you should just change them when you need it. But you got to remember, folks, part of the reason I recommend changing them every season is you're running, at least in, well, this is what they call a 2-stroke engine. You have to mix your oil and your gas, and it does it automatically for me. But you're running oil and gas through the cylinder here, which helps lubricate the heads and helps lubricate the pistons and stuff. But it also gets in here and it can help foul out these plugs and not make them run right or be optimal. So that's another reason why I totally recommend you change these things out every season. Whether you think they need it or not, you can always keep, like these here, if they're good, if it's running good, you can keep these as a spare. Put them in a bag, Ziploc bag or whatever. Keep them in your boat, keep them with your toolkit. And if something was to happen, you know, whatever, you could always change one of your plugs out just to, you know, take care of an issue if you're on the water. So, all right, folks. So right now, again, I'm gonna just take these things out one at a time, and go ahead and take this one here out. I'm not gonna take every one of them out on camera, folks. Now, when you tighten these things down, it doesn't take a lot of force to get these things back on here. You just, they have a self-locking type of, you see how dirty that is, folks. Now it's supposed to be that dirty now, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is, we got oil and gas being fired at high pressure, high heat in there. So you take this here, the spark plug. Let's go over the spark plug real quick. See, there's a washer. It's a lock-in washer. I'll say a lock-in washer. When it crushes, it helps lock the spark plug in place. So make sure you don't cross thread these things. They will cross thread if you're not careful. It should turn very easy. It should turn very easy, way all the way till the bottom's out. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, folks. And you should take your spark plug in. Now, I'm sure there's probably a torque spec. It's probably a torque spec. Now, something you also don't want to do, you don't want to take your ratchet here and pull down and cause this. Number one, you want to make sure the socket's on there, covered completely on and it's the right socket. You don't want to pull down on the back side of this handle and cause this ratchet to pull down against the top of this plug, because it'll break. You can break it off. You want to apply even pressure. What I do is I kind of push my hand against the ratchet, and with one even motion, I just turn the ratchet, and I probably apply about 15 to 20 pounds of pressure. Don't want to strip it. These things will strip. Don't want to strip it. You just want to apply enough pressure where it won't back out over time. You should check these things every so often. I'll admit, folks, I don't. As long as it's running right, I don't. But it doesn't hurt to get out here and check it every so often. Make sure one of these hasn't backed out. So, all right, then you reapply your cap. Make sure it's in place. Make sure it's snug. It should make like a popping sound when you take it loose. There you go. And you hear it snap. There's a little snap at the top. You know it's on there. All right, you do the same thing for the rest of them. Make sure you keep track. Make sure you don't go and replace one you've already replaced by accident. But you know, you folks are smart. You just make your own system. I'll start with the right top and go down, do these 3. I'll start to the left top and go down. And that's it, folks. That's how you change your plugs on your outboard motor. And like I said, it applies to your cars. Sometimes your cars are hard to get to. This is pretty easy to get to. This will apply on your lawnmowers, your tractors, pretty much anything. So it's pretty simple. It's just a matter of knowing what to do. And don't forget to pick you guys up a feeler gauge. This thing was like $1.50. A feeler gauge. A gap gauge here. Don't forget to pick you guys up one of those. And remember again, folks, when you change one, unless you're changing one because you got a problem, if you're doing just your yearly maintenance or your routine maintenance, when you change one, change all of them. That's the best thing to do. All right, folks, again, thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. And leave me some feedback. Thank you.